Previously on the Ark of Time.
It is written, man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God.
What happened to helping bring down city walls or delivering important messages?
Well then, if you're in need of something more moving, then I'm all too happy to oblige you. Your next trip will be both dangerous and intriguing. I wish you the best of luck.
Why are you out here all ready to have a battle? Pick a man from your army and let him come down here to me. I'm ready to fight.
He is standing in defiance of the people whom God has promised to protect.
His name is Goliath. He's defying Israel.
I will put a stop to this man.
Is that so?
Pay him no mind, my liege. He is our younger brother and only a shepherd. He doesn't...
Don't let anybody be worried any longer. I will go and fight the Philistine.
Wow, that guy is really, really big. I don't believe it. That was just a little stone and it sunk right into his head.
It was God that let the stone to Goliath.
Was that enough danger for you?
It was pretty exciting to see David take down that guy with just a rock.
Even I thought that he was done for when Goliath came at him like that.
Yes, well, I'm glad that David and both of you have remained safe. I think that we are drawing near to your final test, which will lead you to your reward. But I can think of at least one more place I'd like you to visit before we get to that moment. If you're still up for it, that is.
Read it again, Zeke. Maybe Britt didn't emphasize the right words.
You're nearly at the end now, but you're not ready for the final bow. Take heart the lessons of Ephesians' 2nd chapter. In the 8th verse, your purpose you'll capture. A man in a dire position holds true to his belief, and as a result causes a leader much grief.
Huh? What's that Bible verse about?
Well, I'm not sure I remember that one specifically.
Jessup would have known.
Well, yes, he's a minister. One expects them to be able to quote the good book properly.
I don't think that there are any Bibles around here for us to check. Just a boy and his giant's head walking into the sunset.
That's an unpleasant image, Adam.
I know, see? There goes David.
Right. Well, what should we do?
I suppose we should start by going to track down the Bible. I know just the place.
There it is, my greatest work.
Ah, just in the nick of time.
But, excuse me, who are you and how did you get in here?
We heard about your work, Johannes, and we thought we'd drop in and see it finished. Do you think we could have a look?
Johannes? As in Gutenberg? You know his Bible is in Latin, right?
Sure I did.
And you can read Latin?
You really should pay attention, Zeke. I've already taught you how that works. Isn't that the first language I showed you on the pendants? How do you suppose old Johannes here is understanding us?
Ah, right. But I had my pendant set to Hebrew so we could talk to David.
I happen to be pretty good at sleight of hand.
Right, the whole criminal thing that you do.
Excuse me, this is all very interesting, but I still do not know who you are.
Right, sorry about that, Mr. Gutenberg. I'm Adam King, and this here is Zeke. We're on a bit of a mission trip, and we felt drawn here in a course of doing God's work. We'd really like to take a look at that Bible there.
We couldn't have gone just somewhere in the future with a library so that we wouldn't have to frighten medieval printing press operators?
No.
Yes, well, you're the wise guy, I suppose.
I suppose if you're missionaries, then there is no harm in letting you have a look at my Bible.
Exactly. I know it's hot off the press, but we'll be quick.
Hot off the press, I like that.
Not another one.
I'm getting pretty good at that.
Here, take all the time you need. I want to get to work on setting the type for my next work.
Thank you.
Right. Now that that's all taken care of, it was, Ephesians 2:8, right?
Here it is. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God.
So, we're looking for a time when a young man stood up for his faith and faced death anyway.
Didn't you tell me that you've already been to the crucifixion of Jesus?
I did. Maybe it means the trial beforehand. Jesus stuck to his guns there, right?
Basically, I can't think of anything better off the top of my head.
Well then, let's go. Thanks for the help, Mr. Gutenberg.
Yeah.
What do you think Johannes Gutenberg thinks of us just vanishing like that in front of him?
Huh, hadn't really thought of that. Well, either Britt'll make sure that it's taken care of, or he'll think he's going mad. Either way, I don't think we can do much about it now.
No, I guess not. Where are we?
I'd guess that that's Pontius Pilate, up there in the balcony, and that whipped and bedraggled guy down there is probably Jesus, though it's hard to tell with all the blood.
This was a dark day in my people's history.
I'm pretty sure it was a dark day for everyone. They're condemning him to death.
The clue seems to purport that Jesus will be saved if he has faith, but that can't be why we're here, can it?
No. We were already there when Jesus accepted what he had to do. This doesn't seem right. But what else could it mean?
There must be another time that the riddle is pointing toward.
I'm sure I'd rather be anywhere else than see all of this happen again.
Me too, Adam. This isn't where I meant for you to come.
Well, you might have been a little more specific.
I suppose I might have been. I saw that you were having some trouble, though, so I thought I'd come and give you another hint.
Well?
The place that you are meant to go has to do with animals, which are generally more frightening than the masses you see in this place.
Animals? Like tigers or bears?
You're on the right track, but not those two.
Lions?
Got it in two. Off you go then.
Now where have you sent us?
I didn't do it.
Britt just gave us the answer.
He's pretty sensitive about the time and place that we just left.
That's understandable.
Yeah, I'll say. So, where do lions appear in the Bible that fits with our clue?
You really don't know?
I really don't.
Daniel and the lion's den doesn't ring a bell?
I guess it does now that you mention it. Beat it over the head and I see the things.
Sure. Shouldn't we get to finding Daniel? He probably needs us to help him strengthen his resolve. Or if we hurry, maybe we can stop King Darius from passing a law that he'll regret.
Listen, Zeke. I know Daniel was tossed in the lion's den, but I'm not really familiar with why.
Well, according to the Bible, the presidents and princes thought that Daniel was just a little too perfect.
So they wanted to kill him?
I guess he was making him look bad, but they couldn't find any reason to charge him with anything, so they conspired to make something up.
So like what happened with Esther. That would be the law you were talking about stopping.
Yeah, they went to King Darius to establish a royal statute and a decree that whoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, except for the king, of course, would be cast into the den of lions.
And why did King Darius sign such a thing?
I couldn't say, but maybe we can still stop him and save Daniel that way.
That's a good idea, but something tells me that we should just try to find Daniel. I don't think we should change the story completely.
You'd rather he was tossed in with the lions?
Well, he lived, right?
Yes, but it had to be upsetting to him.
We can try, but...
By decree of the king, it shall be known that any man, save the king, who petitions any god or man for these next 30 days, shall be cast into the den of lions to meet...
I'm pretty sure we're too late.
Yes, I suppose we are.
You did a good job of finding David because of his bag of bread and cheese. Got any tricks for finding Daniel?
Well, he'll be the only one praying today, that's for sure.
Even though he knows it'll get him chucked in with the lions? That's either really brave or pretty darn stupid.
I'm pretty sure that you're supposed to believe it to be brave and the sign of true devotion at this point, Adam.
Yeah, but I like to think for myself and keep Brett guessing, so I'll reserve my opinion for now.
If you say so, but still, we should probably try to get Daniel before he gets arrested and taken before the king.
We should probably try to keep from getting tossed in the den of the lions with him, too.
Good idea.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that is Daniel up there.
I'm inclined to agree.
Hey, Daniel! You might want to keep it down a little.
I thought we had established that calling people by name that we haven't met is a bad idea.
It gets them to listen right away, though. And they're usually so confused that I know their name that they forget about asking where we came from.
Hello down there. Is there something I can do for you?
We were just passing by. I heard you, talking to the big guy. Do you think we could come up and talk with you?
By all means, use that door there.
See how he defies the decree of the king? We must go and speak to the king. Put a stop to this. Yeah, let's get him.
Hey, wait. Those are the guys who are going to sell Daniel out to the king. Maybe we should try and stop them.
Then others would come in their place and we would not be here to help Daniel later. We should go talk to him while we still can.
If you say so, Zeke, but that's a pretty rapid change of attitude. You're condemning him to a night with the lions.
I know that, but like you said, we can't change history that much. This story is important.
All right, let's go see Daniel.
Please come in. I'm afraid that you're not familiar to me. Have we met? No, but we heard you praying from the street. Did you not hear of King Darius's proclamation? I did, but the laws of God are greater than those of man, and I would die before I betray God.
And you might if you keep up all this praying in public stuff.
If God has decided that I must return to him, then I will do so happily.
I'm leaning toward the third option, Zeke.
The third option?
Yep. The choices were devoted or stupid. I'm thinking it might be all of the above.
Who could that be?
You probably shouldn't answer it, but you're going to anyway.
Indeed, I have nothing to hide. Oh, hello, Caiaphas.
Daniel, we must take you before the king.
You've come with so many. Did you fear I would stand against you as you do your duty?
If you will come peacefully, then let us go. Who are these others with you? Were they also making a petition of your god?
No, we are just friends who are concerned for his well-being.
Then they are asking you to stop?
Yes, I suppose they were.
Then they too are guilty of breaking the king's law.
We are?
You have made a petition of a man to stop in his behavior.
Wait a minute, aren't you petitioning him to come with you right now?
Enough! The king will decide how this shall be settled. You are all coming with us.
Is that an order or a petition?
All right, we'll come with you. Just hold fast, Daniel, for by grace you are saved through your faith.
Now who's doling out catchphrases?
Thank you, my friends. You have strengthened my faith that God will protect me even in the most terrible of situations.
My king, hast thou not signed a decree that every man that shall ask a petition of any god or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions?
The thing is true, according to the law of Medes and Persians, which altereth not.
Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regardeth not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day.
But Daniel has no other fault to him, and I have made some great error in this decree, for I did not intend him to be cast to the lions. As the sun sets, let this decree end, and let Daniel be set free.
Would that we could make it so, my king. But you must know, O king, that the law of the Medes and the Persians is that no decree nor statute which the king establisheth may be changed.
I can see no way by which Daniel might be spared, but these 2 others have only asked that he obey the law as you yourself have done. I will therefore cast only Daniel into the den of lions.
As you wish, my king. Cast Daniel into the den of lions and close it with a stone.
Wait a minute.
Adam, there is nothing we can do. We've given Daniel about as much help as we can.
But how can you
Come
just...
along, Adam. It's a clear night. We'll wait by the den and see how things turn out in the morning.
Daniel, thy God whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. You are still here? You are far better friends to Daniel than I have been. I have passed this night in a state of most unwell, but I have returned here with all haste to see if the hope I gave Daniel was true.
Fine time to care after the kid spent the whole night in a cave with a bunch of hungry lions.
He did the only thing that he could do, Adam. I'm sure Daniel's fine.
No thanks to him or this guy.
I did only observe the decree of my king.
Adam, that's the king you're talking to.
Yeah, whatever. Listen, you should probably move this stone and let him out.
But they are so quiet. Surely Daniel is not still alive, and the lions are asleep with full bellies.
Hey, only one way to find out, right?
Yes. O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God whom thou servest continually able to deliver thee from the lions?
He is gone.
O king, live forever. My God hath sent his angel, and hath
hath shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt.
Caiaphas, summon your men and take away this stone and release Daniel. When you return, bring also some of my other men who were not responsible for this grievous act.
As you wish. We will return quickly.
Thank you, my king. I am glad to look upon your face once more.
I have committed a terrible crime against you, Daniel, in the making of that unjust decree. No one save these men who had a hand in all of this will suffer further as a result of my transgression. You men, thrust Caiaphas and his men into the den of lions and seal it up.
Yes, my king.
But, my king, surely you...
I will hear no more from you. I made a new decree, that in every dominion of my kingdom men tremble in fear before the God of Daniel, for he is the living God, and steadfast forever, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall be even unto the end. He delivereth and rescueth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who hath delivered Daniel from the power of the lions.
You are wise, my king. Let us part in peace.
Thank you for opening my eyes, Daniel. Here are your friends whom have passed this night at the side of the cave when all hope seemed lost.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thanks to the two of you as well for staying by my side. I could not have survived if God had not sent you. You have provided me the means by which God shut the mouths of the lions until I could be set free.
We did?
Yep, I found a packet of meat cubes in my pocket and slipped them to Daniel when no one was paying attention to the two of us.
I guess your sleight of hand doesn't always have to be criminal.
I suppose Britt did something to make them keep the lions from going after Daniel.
Who is Britt?
He's a good friend of ours. I'm glad we could be here to help you out, though.
You are angels indeed sent by God. I must go and give thanks for your arrival. I hope to see you again one day. And we you. Farewell, Daniel. Farewell.
Well, that went rather well.
You two could have let me know that we were helping Daniel in a more physical way.
Lions need more than words to persuade them to wait for the next meal, Ezekiel. I wanted to reward them for waiting.
I guess.
You both did very well. Adam did his part and made sure that Daniel had what he needed physically, and you gave him the faith that he needed to believe that he could survive the night in the den, Ezekiel. I'm quite pleased with your success.
Thanks.
So, where are we going next?
I think that the time has come to see about rewarding you for being such apt pupils.
You mean we finally get to find the treasure?
It's about time.
Well, that's really up to the pair of you, isn't it? Let's see if I can get you started, though. Bear in mind that I can't help you as much as I did this time, though.
You mean you won't help us?
Righto, so here is where you begin. In lieu of a riddle, I shall ask you to consult two particular Bible passages. Psalm 115:13 and Matthew 13:32. Godspeed. While we let Adam and Ezekiel consider where to go next, I invite you to visit our Facebook page and see if you can't come up with the answer on your own for a chance to win some fantastic prizes. Good luck with that. Tonight's episode was written by Michael Helgens and performed by Greg Kilberger and Steve Rimpici with additional voices from Michael Helgens. Thank you for listening and good night from Strobe Studios.